Sometimes it's really frustrating to find the center of the edge of a board. There's a simple jig you can make. I'll show you how to do that. And then I'll also compare it to some inexpensive jigs you can buy and see which works better. Let's get into it. Why would you even care about finding the center of the edge of a board? Well, if you want to make a half lap joint that fits properly, you need to remove half of each board. That's why it's called a half lap. And that way, when you put your joint together, the boards will be nice and flush and you won't have any issues. So you need to know where the center of both boards are. Joining two boards together to make a wider board using dowels for alignment is another reason why you'd want to find the center of an edge of a board. So that way your dowels are going to line up along with your holes on the other board. And then that way when you put them together, the top surface is going to be nice and flush and they're going to fit properly. So let's take a look at that jig. To make a center finder jig, you just need a little scrap of wood, two short pieces of dowel, and a pencil. First thing we need to do is make a line down the center of this piece of wood. It'd be really great if we had a center finding jig, but we didn't make it yet. I'm just gonna use my combination square to mark a line. Then you want to put a mark roughly in the center of this piece of wood. Now we need to drill a hole here for the pencil and then two holes on either side of it for these dowel rods. The thing that's important about this is for this jig to work properly, this hole in the center that we're going to make needs to be exactly in the middle of where the two holes are for the dowels. An accurate way to do that is with a compass or a pair of dividers like this. And I'm going to make these holes just 3/4 of an inch away from the center hole. First thing I'm going to do is use an awl and mark my center hole. And then my dividers that I set at 3/4 of an inch, I'm going to mark for the other two holes. And if I drill everything properly, this hole in the center is going to end up directly in the middle of these two holes. I'm going to be using 1/2-inch dowels for my jig. It's not that important which size you use, just that they go into the jig nice and straight. Now, even though these are supposedly 1/2-inch, I already drilled a test hole and 1/2-inch hole is too big. So I'm going to use a 15/32 drill bit so they'll go in there nice and tight. When you drill these holes, they need to be very straight. So if you have a drill press, that's definitely the way to go. If you don't have a drill press, you can make a quick little jig like this, just 2 blocks of wood glued together, one shorter than the other. And when you put that on your piece of wood and put your drill bit against it, it's going to be pretty straight up and down, nice and perpendicular, which is what you want. But I have a drill press, so I'm going to use that. And to drill the hole for the pencil, I'm going with 9/32. Now you just want to tap your dowels in. You can glue them if you need to, but these are nice and tight. I don't think I'm going to need to. Grab your board and you put the dowels on either side of the board, and when you twist it, if your holes are lined up, the pencil is going to be right in the center of the board. And there you have a line that's right in the middle of the board. It doesn't matter how wide the board is. Here's a center finder you can buy. This is Miles Craft, and I'll put a link to this down below. First thing you're going to notice is the pins or the dowels are much further apart than they are on the one I made. And this is going to work for boards up to about 2.5 inches wide or thick. however you want to look at it. But there's a problem with these jigs that the pins are so far apart. You can only go so close to the edge of a board. When you move along, then it's going to slide off the edge. So you can only mark to about this far. And that means you can't get your center mark for the last, I'll say, 1.5 inches of the board if you're working with 3/4 stock. If your board's wider, you can get closer to the edge before it drops off. So now I can get within about 1.25 inches. So that's why I made this jig with the dowels very close together. So when I'm working on 3/4 stock, I can get much closer to the end of the board before it slides off. So I'm getting to about 3/8 from the end of the board before it falls off. So that's one of the differences between the jig that you make and one that you buy. You can set the spacing of the dowels on a homemade jig closer together so you can work with thinner stock like 3/4 instead of one of these where it's not going to work as well to mark the end of a board. Another way you can use these jigs is with a scribe like this. It has a hardened metal point at the end, so instead of drawing a line, you can take the pencil out and put one of these scribes in here, and then that will put a groove in there much like a marking knife. One of the reasons you might want to use a scribe instead of a pencil is if you're working with chisels or a handsaw and you need the groove in the wood instead of a pencil line so your tools can follow that groove. But it's the same thing, you just twist it and put the tool there and drag it along, and you get a nice groove centered on your wood. One really nice feature that the Milescraft has is it has these little step notches on the top of the jig, and you can set this on top of a board like this, and if you need to make a line that's 3/8 of an inch from the edge, it's pre-measured for you. So there's a line 3/8 or 1/2 inch, whatever it is you need. And if you flip it over, it also has those same marks in 1/16, 1/16, 3/16, and so on. Here's another jig, and again, I'll put links to all of these in the description down below. This is Wood, and one thing I noticed right off the bat is the pencil's a little bit loose in here. So if you're using Dixon Ticonderoga #2 pencils like I do, they're gonna be a little bit loose in this jig. But it works just the same. And it has the notches like the Milescraft does, except it tells you what the sizes are on the bottom. That's not as helpful as the Milescraft. Here's another one from Amazon. This is Torsor. The pins are much longer and the pencil goes through much further. I don't really like this one because it's a little wobbly because the pencil sticks through so much. I guess if you had a fatter pencil or sharpened the point a little bit different, it would work better. And it doesn't have the preset notches like the other two did. Another feature that the Milescraft has is it has a magnet on it, so you can stick it to things. And the same with this one from Wood, it also has a magnet. So that's a pretty nice feature. If you've used one of these center finders before or made your own, comment down below and let everybody know what you think of them. Lots of people read the comments and I read the comments. But there is one more option, and that's the woodpecker center finder. It's definitely not in my budget to buy one of those to try it out. They're very expensive, but I will just take everybody's word for it that it's an amazing tool, extremely accurate, and works really well. One thing that it can do that these center finders I showed you can't do is it can center a block on the edge of a board that you can use to mark for your mortises if you're doing the kind of joinery that requires a mortise in the center of a board. So that's something to keep in mind. If you're going to buy a center finder, I'd recommend the Milescraft out of these inexpensive ones. It holds the pencil much tighter than the other ones. It seems to work a little bit better, and it has the notches clearly marked so you can set a reveal on the edge of a board. if that's something that you need. I think this one's probably the best out of the few that I've looked at today. Or you could just make your own and set the pin spacing where you need it to be for the size of stock you're working with. It only took a few minutes to put one of these together and it works great. Hope you found this interesting. Maybe you'll hit the thumbs up button or to subscribe. Thanks for watching.